What's up, everybody? It's your man's KJ the Great back again, streaming live. Jared Big Baby Anderson versus Prince Charles Martin. Now, I know y'all was like, man, that was crazy, crazy live stream earlier. But I want you guys to understand something. I told you guys I'm gonna be doing these live streams every so often, especially on fight nights. That aren't the biggest pay-per-view events and stuff like that. So yeah, I will be doing some live scoring again with this event as well. But it's heavyweight boxing, so I may not need to have that live streaming going. Not live streaming, but live scoring going. Now they're about to do the national anthem real quick, so I'm trying to get some things set up real quick for everything. But I want you guys to tap in, man. And when y'all tap in, make sure you hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? As my brother Blue Blood would say, wipe your feet before you come in this door. Live stream going up. Jared Big Baby Anderson versus Prince Charles Martin. Let me give you guys a real quick glimpse of the TV screen. I ain't gonna give you too much because I don't want them to ban me. Yep, going live again. Jared Anderson versus Prince Charles Martin. Live scoring. Although it's heavyweight boxing, I don't think we're gonna need it. So yeah, here we are. I don't think we're gonna need the live scores tonight. As if y'all paid attention to my last video, I got Jared Anderson winning this by KO. You know how it go in heavyweight boxing. Yay, yay. Now I'm gonna take it off the screen before they ban you, brother. You know, can't really have them kicking me off here, and I'm trying to get my numbers up. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tapped in, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Let your peoples know what's up. We out here. So yeah. They doing the introductions right now. Y'all know how that stuff go. And just know I'm gonna keep y'all updated throughout the entire fight. I've heard some predictions say that the fight won't go past 2 rounds, 3 rounds. But you go back and look at my video, man. I told you guys I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt because he's fighting a former world champion. So I'm gonna give it 7 rounds at the most. Yay, yay. So yeah, let me hit that share button real quick for myself. All right, we back. Ooh. All right, here we go. We back. All right, here we go. Let's get into this. Straighten that out real quick. All right, y'all know your boy was live streaming the Franchon Cruz versus Savannah Marshall fight earlier. Hold on. Bring it up some more. Nope. Bring it up. 14. Right there. Yep. Alright. So I got my sound going. And live stream is cracking. Jared Big Baby Anderson with his homecoming fight. You know, it's rare when it's crazy when fighters get their homecoming fight. The pressure, the expectations for them to do good, not just do good. I say get the knockout, man. So yeah, let me adjust this screen a little bit because it's looking a little fuzzy right there. All right, we got the referee instructions going down. There we go. Hope y'all can see me better, right, Chim? You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Referee instructions have taken place, and now getting ready for the first round. Bell just rung. Here we go. Let's go. Jared Anderson comes out, not so much aggressive, but controlling the center of the ring. Good movement on the outside from Charles Martin. You would expect that out of a former heavyweight champion. You know, Jared Anderson, he's orthodox. Charles Martin, he's a southpaw. Southpaw stance right now, especially. So he's flicking his jab pretty good. Double, pump. Seems like Jared Anderson, as of right now, he's kind of following him around the ring, but he's definitely calculating where he's going to make his move at right now, as of right now. Yep. They controlling the, I would say Jared Anderson, right as of right now, he's working his feet. You know, as an orthodox fighter, you have to figure out that lead foot. The lead foot battle is something that you have to figure out when you're fighting a southpaw fighter. So definitely, I appreciate y'all for chiming in, man. Hit that like button for me. Get them likes up, man. As my brother Blue Blood would say, wipe your feet before you come in this door. Hit that like button for sure. But yeah, they definitely, Jared Anderson, he's working the lead foot. Good right, straight right hand from Jared Anderson. I appreciate you, man. Does Charles Martin have a chance? I'd love to see Charles Martin make it a fight of it. You know what? I'm going to say he had, who's that, Lenny? I'm going to say he has a chance only because he's a former world heavyweight champion. But in his last fight, he started out real quick, but he kind of gassed real quick. He dropped Luis Ortiz in the first and fourth round. But, you know, it seemed like he kind of gassed out. And he would catch energy in spurts, but then just gas out real quick. So with this one, he's in shape. He's in much better shape. But we would definitely have to see what he does after this first round. Down to 40 seconds left in the first round. Thank you for chiming in, brother. Go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button for me. I appreciate you, man. But as of right now, Jared Anderson, he definitely has Charles Martin moving around on the outside. This is a close round. I can definitely, if you refer back to my other live video, no problem. Appreciate you, brother. Good right hand from Jared Anderson right there. If you refer back to my other live video earlier that I did with the Savannah Marshall Franchon Cruz video, and I was talking about how the 10-point system where they score the fights, that's the end of the first round. And this is a good round. It's a close round. I would definitely say Jared Anderson won the round, but it's so close that sometimes these judges, when they score the fights, they'll be 10-10 or 9-9. Like, somebody has to win the round. There's no way you can make it outside. If you're going to use the 10-point system, you have to make it where somebody wins the round, somebody loses the round. You win, you get 10. You lose, you get 9. You get knocked down, you lose another point. That's a 10-8 round. So, you know, in my opinion, that was a 10-9 round for Jared Anderson. And don't forget, I'm going to be doing some live scoring too. So, just like I did earlier. Now, I don't do live scoring every time I do a video. And I don't live score all the biggest fights. I typically will watch and give what I thought and how I thought. So yeah, you know. Yes, he does. He does. Yes, Anderson has stopped all his opponents. Second round right now has started. The total punches in the first round is 15-4 for Jared Anderson. That's a big margin. But you know, the one thing that I do want to see different out of Jared Anderson is head movement, because sometimes he leaves his head on a straight line. I would say he hasn't come across a big time puncher that can expose that, or I wouldn't say expose it, but use it against him. So I want to see that. Definitely he is moving better. He's got his hands up in better position right now to where he won't get caught with something straight down the middle. But like I said, good left hook, and the right hook followed up by Jared Anderson. He definitely has improved his focus. A lot of times I watched him, he would throw punches with his eyes blink or his eyes closed and stuff like that. but he definitely has improved his focus. Thank you guys for chiming in, man. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. We're in the second round, about a minute and 50 seconds left. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. Make sure y'all do that, man. I appreciate it. Right now we're down to a minute and 30 seconds left. Where we're sitting at right now, Jared Anderson, he's putting the pressure on Charles Martin. And it's crazy that he's putting the pressure on when he's the smaller man. He's giving up an inch in height. He's about 6'4". Charles Martin is about 6'5". And his reach is shorter as well. You see like a little pop knot action going on up under the right eye of Charles Martin. Jared Anderson, he's definitely with a right hook, left hook, right there. This is heavyweight boxing. He's got him backing up. Jared Anderson's got him backing up right now. Good right hook, right cross right there. Good jab. As of right now, Charles Martin, he seems content to try to box on the outside. He did say he's in shape to fight a 10-round, 12-round fight. So we'll have to see how that goes. I did call it, I'll tell you guys, I did call it in about 7 rounds, so we have to see. Some people, they said he won't make it out the 4th, so we just have to wait and see. But yeah, good left cross, good down to the body by Jared Anderson. Still, as of right now, Charles Martin, straight left hand from Charles Martin. That's the only thing I told you guys. He leaves the head on a straight center. That's the only problem. You get to fighting these top guys, man. They can bring out something in you, or they can expose something in you. That's the only problem. And I definitely I'm scoring this round for Jared Anderson. Charles Martin, he seemed content to fight on the outside, but he wasn't landing pretty much of anything in that. May the best man win. Hey, yeah, you're right. May the best man win. Liam Beefy Smith. Chris Eubank Jr. was postponed tonight over here. I assume Savannah won her fight. Yeah, Savannah Marshall won her fight, and she won her fight handily. I scored that fight, Lenny. I scored that fight maybe 9-1. But some of the judges, they scored the fight. The first round, they scored it 10-10. Well, not the official judges, but the TV judges, 10-10, and there was another round that was 10-10. But when the official judges came out, one judge had it a draw, and it wasn't even close. So, yeah, you're right. May the best man win. We'll have to check out why Smith and Eubank Jr. was canceled. I didn't know that was postponed, so I'll look into that. Third round coming out. Jared Anderson, he's putting the pressure back on again. Total punches through round 2 are 28-10 in favor of Jared Anderson. That's a big margin. If Charles Martin wants to do anything, he definitely has to increase his output and not just be so content to fight on the outside like he's doing right now through these first 3 rounds. It looks like he's on the outside hoping for a big shot to get through. Jared Anderson, those hooks, he's getting them off balance. And he definitely is making Martin overthink, and overwork himself at this point. I think Charles Martin is trying to stall out Jared Anderson, if you will, to try to tire him out. He was injured in training, but his camp did not disclose the injury, what I heard. I haven't heard anything either, so if that's the case, then that should have been, if that's the case, then, I mean, what can you do, you know what I mean? Injuries happen, but, hey, what can you do? Down to about a minute and 30 seconds left in the third round. Jared Anderson, he's still putting the pressure on Charles Martin. At this point, it's kind of seeming like he's not ready to go, but he's too content to be on the outside. This is too content for me. Like, this is heavyweight boxing. At some point, you got to set your feet and exchange. Good left hand right there. But even though he landed the left hand, he's still just moving around on the outside. Thank you, people, for chiming in. I see y'all watching, man. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. Get those numbers up. As my brother Blue Blood would say, wipe your feet before you come in my door. Wipe your feet before you come in my door. Hit that like button for me. I appreciate you people. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you, thank you. Jared Anderson, he's still putting the pressure on. He still has Charles Martin fighting on the back foot, which I don't think he's particularly great at. I've never seen him fight on the back foot like that much. He's in that southpaw stance, Charles Martin, but Jared Anderson, he's switched to southpaw as well. At this point, Jared Anderson switched to southpaw, and it's not his. He can switch, but it's not his best style. I'll say that it's not his best style. Oh, down goes Charles Martin in the third round, under 10 seconds left with a right over the head. Down goes Martin. Heavyweight boxing. Heavyweight boxing. Was he saved by the bell? Yes, indeed. He was saved by the bell. Woo! Yes, Joshua and Wilder are in negotiations for a fight in Saudi Arabia. Skills Challenge Promotions, who Oleksandr Usyk recently signed to, Lenny, are trying to get a massive heavyweight fight on the same night with undisputed Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk as the main event, with Wilder and Joshua as the co-main. That's being discussed right now. But Joshua has a fight lined up for August with Dillian White as of right now. And Deontay Wilder was trying to get a fight lined up with Andy Ruiz for mid to late August or early September. But crazy knockdown that just happened right there at the end of the third round. I've seen some of you guys said this fight won't go past the third round, so we gonna see. Start of the fourth round. Referee calls a quick time for people to get out of the ring. Jared Anderson, he's already back on putting the pressure. Charles Martin, he's just too content fighting on the outside. Punch stats through round 3 have been 35-16 in favor of Jared Anderson. He definitely is doing really great work in this homecoming match and putting on a really good show. As y'all know, if y'all remember, Bob Arum pegged him to be the next great American heavyweight. And I believe he does have the skill to do it. I believe that he does have the determination, the drive, and all the skills. And at this point, he's still putting the pressure on him, on Charles Martin, backing him up. It's crazy that he's backing him up like this, being the smaller man. You typically don't see it like that. You typically will see, the bigger man establishing center of the ring if he's not the on his toes biggest mover around as well. You'll see that smaller man being the mover and moving around the ring. I appreciate you guys for chiming in, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Get those numbers up for me. Wipe your feet when you come in that door. In the words of my brother Blue Blood, we right here in the third round with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Referee breaks the tie up right there. Jared Anderson is back in the orthodox position. He's putting the pressure on. Still does have quick little tie up right there. He still has Charles Martin moving around on the outside. He definitely is. He's showcasing more head movement in this round than the other rounds, and a lot more than what previously I've seen from Jared Anderson, by the way. So yeah, looking for a safe tune-up. He knows he can beat White. Yeah, that's true. But I would say take that safe tune-up, because you go into a fight with Wilder, you don't want to be in there and be rusty, because it be lights out real quick. We all know that. And I'm not saying like Wilder is just the best ever, but we know. Right there, Jared Anderson, he's putting the pressure on him. He's got him backing up against the ropes. Back to the center of the ring with 35 seconds left. Looking for the KO, Jared Anderson, he's going for it. Good over the top right there. Good going down to the body. Charles Martin fires back with a body shot, bounced off the arm. Good right hand, good left hand, follow up, good uppercut from Jared Anderson right there. 10 seconds left to go in the fourth. Definitely putting on a master class, I would say, at this point. Showboating right there. A little bit of showboating right there from Jared Anderson. He definitely knows he's got this in the bag. Yeah, you know, Lenny, I appreciate you for chiming in, man. Wilder does have that devastating power. And it's crazy because he's not the most beefy guy, but he definitely knows how to throw that punch. And I agree with you. AJ versus Wilder, it can be, I'll say that, it can be an epic fight. It was once the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, seeing as how Anthony Joshua was the unified heavyweight champion and Deontay Wilder, he was the WBC champion. If they would have fought back then, that would have been for all the marbles, the first undisputed heavyweight champion in the four-belt era, and the first undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis all those years back. That would have been a hell of a fight. No doubt it's still a great fight. It will be a great fight. But we just have to wait and see. They got to get those contracts signed up. So, all right, start of the fifth round. Jared Anderson, as the same in the last round, he's coming out, establishing himself, putting the pressure on. As of right now, through 4 rounds, the punch stats are 51-22 in favor of Jared Anderson. That is crazy for a heavyweight. And the differential is what I'm saying. The punch is thrown. I didn't even say those numbers, but the punch is thrown. That is crazy. His output as a heavyweight is impressive. It's almost like, you know, middleweight or light middleweight type of numbers that he's putting out. That's crazy. Excuse me, I had to clear my esophagus, get something to drink. But yeah, the scorecards that I've seen so far right now are the same as mine. And as of right now, we see, Jared Anderson got caught with an inside one, but he comes back with a check hook. Good jab right there. Jared Anderson, he needs to move his head offline. He's getting caught with some inside shots. And I think Charles Martin, he's experienced enough to try to time him, but I don't think he's conditioned enough to keep up the output needed to overwhelm him. As of right now, see, like right now, he gave up the center of the ring. And Jared Anderson caught Jared Anderson with a good shot. He stunned him right there. Oh, Charles Martin stunned him a little bit. Overhand left right there. He has to move his head off the center. Jared Anderson comes back and he catches him. They're exchanging really well. 2 heavyweights going at it right now. This is the best exchange we've seen in a long time from these heavyweights. This is right here. This is what boxing is right here. Jared Anderson got caught again. This is a good round from Charles Martin. This is a good round from Charles Martin. Whoa! Another straight left from Charles Martin. Catching him. This is a good round with 40 seconds. Jared Anderson looking up at the timer right now. What is going on? What is going on? Heavyweight boxing, anything can change it. This is crazy. Still Deal. Hey, what's going on, Deal? Tap in, baby. Hit that like and share button for me. I appreciate you tapping in, Deal. I appreciate you, brother. Hey, this is crazy. Charles Martin has somewhat turned this fight around in the 5th round. Good left hand right there. Stunned him again. This definitely is Charles Martin's round. This shows why he was a heavyweight champion. This right here is what heavyweight boxing is right now. And if Jared Anderson is going to be the next American great heavyweight, he has to make it through this. And that right there was a round for Charles Martin. That was crazy. I didn't expect that right there. Definitely one of the best rounds I've seen from Charles Martin in a long time. Jared Anderson, he got caught, and the thing I kept telling you guys is that when he pulls out, he pulls his head straight back on that straight line, and he kept getting caught. He got caught with a 1-2 down the middle that's showing the replay right there. Only problem that I have with Charles Martin is when he caught him with that 1-2, he didn't follow up quick enough. He let him get himself fixed, and he didn't follow up. That's the one thing you have to do. When you catch somebody down the middle like that on that lead and you stun them, you have to follow up. You have to find a way to follow up. But all in all, a great round from Charles Martin. Jared Anderson, he's got a little bit of blood action going on his nose. His trainers tell him you gotta move your head off the center line. Definitely one of the best rounds right there. And this is the 5th round. And some of y'all, I know y'all said this fight wouldn't go past the 3rd or 4th, but this right here is why I said I think it can go at least up to 7. Last round punch stats 20-13 in favor of Charles Martin. That's the way you turn it around. Definitely one of the best rounds for Charles Martin. Who would you like to see Jared in the fight down the road? What about Daniel Dubois, Andy Ruiz, Joe Joyce? In my opinion, Lenny, I think down the road, a Dubois fight will be interesting because both Daniel Dubois and Jared Anderson, they both have a lot to work on before they get to the top spot. Don't get me wrong, Daniel Dubois, he's the WBA regular heavyweight champion and is about to fight for the unified titles. But if you look at him, he still has some flaws. He has conditioning flaws he has to work out. But with Andy Ruiz, I think that'll be an amazing fight with Jared Anderson because of the simple fact of Andy Ruiz, he's not the most defensively responsible, but he definitely has the hand speed with decent power, and I think that'll be a real good fight. Now, where we're standing at right now, about 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the 6th round. Jared Anderson, he's putting the pressure back on. He's got Charles Martin back fighting on the back foot like he was in the early rounds. I definitely think Charles Martin having a great round in the last round. He needs to follow that round back up with something explosive here because this right here is where the fight can be interesting and turned around in almost turned around in his favor. I'll say that. Almost turned around in his favor. But Jared Anderson right now, he's popping the jab, but he's kind of lunging it. Like, you don't want to lunge it and just stick it out like that. Good overhands right there. Good. They both exchange. They both connect. It's heavyweight boxing, man. This stuff it's crazy. It's crazy. I wonder if where Charles Martin is at right now, I wonder if he gassed himself in that last round because he looked like his punch output was great in that last round. He definitely seemed like he was going for it. So maybe he gassed himself out, and that's where he's at right now. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. If y'all haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, man. In the words of my brother Blue Blood, wipe your feet before you come through my front door. Jared Anderson got him in the corner. He's back in the southpaw stance right now. Oh, no, he's back in the orthodox stance. Excuse me, my bad. Woo, excuse me. This is exciting. Heavyweight boxing. 10 seconds left in the 6th round. Jared Anderson comes back out. He takes full control of the fight. And that's a round I would say is definitely in favor of Jared Anderson in that one. Charles Martin, I think he probably gassed himself out in that 5th round because you definitely, when you come off of a great round, when you got the person who's supposed to win, the person who is like, this is the guy, the one guy that we're going to say he's going to be next up, and you have him stunned, you have him hurt, you definitely have to come out after a great round, follow that up, and make it happen. Charles Martin, he just didn't do that. Excuse me while I take a little drink to clear my throat.
This is not just delivery. This is no
yep.
Superheroes can use a sidekick.
This is crazy. This is crazy. Heavyweight boxing. Lenny, when you said Joe Joyce, don't forget Joe Joyce has a rematch clause for September 23rd. He's going to fight Big Bang Zhang again. I know he got stopped in that fight because his eye got swollen up, and I watched that fight. I did a review on that, but that's what's going on with Joe Joyce. Started the 7th round right now. Referee calls time at 2:50. Jared Anderson has like just a taping issue with his glove. No big deal. No big deal at all. They just gonna take him to the corner and tape him up. Quick little pause. I'm taking a little drink again, get my throat right. All right, time in. Immediately, Jared Anderson comes back out, putting the pressure on him. I'm wondering, because remember, this is a 10-round fight. Yes, and you're right. You know what, Lenny? He didn't have an answer for for Zhang in that fight. I wonder if it's something to do with the southpaw stance, but also ultimately, I would say it had to do with Joe Joyce not moving his head, because he was not moving his head at all. But right now, we're at 2 minutes and 15 seconds in the 7th round, and Jared Anderson, he's there. He's putting the pressure on still, and I wonder if he's overthinking on what he's wanting to do, or it could just be the level up. You never know, because sometimes when you early on in your career, the knockouts will come frequently, but once you take those step up in fighters and in class, you definitely will see less knockouts as you go. It happens a lot with all boxers. This fight was 7-1 to go the distance, by the way. Damn. I didn't know that. I didn't look at the odds. I was just hey, I mean, I picked 7th round, so we'll just say that. But where we at right now, 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the 7th round. Good right hand from Jared Anderson. He's working his jab right now. The way this fight is going right now, I would say it's looking like it could possibly go the distance. But if Jared Anderson puts the pressure on and hits him with some barrages, it could come to a stop, because Charles Martin, he's looking a little bit of gas. But the only problem with Jared Anderson is he's not moving his head off line. That's the only problem. Charles Martin, he's got that little pop knot action going on right there. It's not to say it won't end prematurely. Yeah, we won't count our chickens. Yep, you're right. And you know what? We don't count your chickens, just like you said. We won't do that. Jared Anderson going down to the body. Ref tells him to keep him up just a little bit. He probably went just a little bit too low. That's all. Nothing to worry about there. I think Charles Martin, he's probably gassed, and he's not in full survival mode yet, but I think he's gassed out. About 10 seconds left in the 7th round. Jared Anderson is he's just putting it. He's not really putting the most of a hurting on him, but he's definitely outworking him. His punch output is too much for Charles Martin to keep up with. Honestly, I don't think Charles Martin has seen this type of punch output since he fought Anthony Joshua in his younger days, and Anthony Joshua was, rise to the top. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think Charles Martin, he looks in good shape, but I won't say that he's able to keep up with this pace the rest of the fight. Depressed Twins fan, yo, what's up? Hit that like button for me. I see you tapping in. Like my brother Blue Blood Sports TV says, wipe your feet before you come in my door. Hit that like button, get them likes up for me. I see y'all watching, but we gotta get them likes up, people. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. We on a commercial break in between the 7th and 8th round, so let me get my little sip out. Start of the 8th round right now. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. As of right now, through 7 rounds, the total punches landed are 101 to 56 in favor of Jared Anderson. That's a crazy number right there. That is a crazy number. That's crazy. Even the commentators are talking about it right now. Yo, that is crazy. So as of right now, 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. Jared is he's still coming forward. Definitely showcasing good footwork right now. He's in the southpaw stance right now. Oh, good check hooks from Charles Martin. Jared Anderson probably needs to switch back orthodox right there. There you go. Anytime that he switched to good straight left from Charles Martin, he caught him again with his head sitting back on the straight line. Jared Anderson has to figure out how to move his head off the straight line. That is the one thing that he is getting caught with right now. When he's trying to switch from orthodox to southpaw. My opinion, stay southpaw. When he switched southpaw, he does have some success, but it's the process of switching back to orthodox where he's getting caught with his head on a straight line. So right there, we're about 1:20 left in this 8th round. And this is a 10-round fight, by the way. 10-round fight. Appreciate you guys for chiming in, man. Down to the body, hook to the body from Jared Anderson. Jab, 1-2, upstairs. Still putting the pressure on. Quick jab. Charles Martin, I mean, he's got to figure out something. He's just too content. He's too content on the back foot right now. And the only reason I say the ref ain't taking a look at stopping this right now is because Jared Anderson, he's looking up at the time. What is he doing? 30 seconds left. What is he looking up at the time for? Is Jared Anderson gas right now? He might having gas tank problems right now. Like whenever you see a fighter, oh, good inside straight from Charles Martin. Whenever you see a fighter looking up at the time, sometimes that's a sign of them being tired and ready to be done with the round. But even then, Jared Anderson, he's not taking heavy damage. So that's something he needs to get corrected, I believe. End of the 8th round. That round, in my opinion, is going to Jared Anderson. Do I think this is going the distance? The way it's looking right now, yes. I didn't think it was going to go the distance. I said this fight should be over within 7 rounds. But who is that? Depressed Twin fan. I did say 7 rounds based on the pressure and the output that Jared Anderson can put on Charles Martin. But when he put that on him early, it seemed like he gassed himself out while trying to gas out, while Charles Martin was gassing out. So Charles Martin, we can tell right now, he's gassed out. But Jared Anderson, he's starting to show signs of him being gassed out. You know, when you got, you fighting and you're on the inside and then one fighter looks up at the time, kind of like that right there, and then get caught with a little something like that and then they break out. That's just what's happening right now with Jared Anderson. But he is throwing punches and he's connecting at a high rate. So, I mean, this is the 9th round and it's one more round. As of right now, 119-65 is the total punches landed through 8 rounds. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's almost double. So, right now, Jared Anderson, Charles Martin, they're both standing in the center. And Jared Anderson, he's not putting the pressure on that he was putting on early in the rounds. Good left and right from Charles Martin. He's just, the main times that he's catching Jared Anderson is he's catching him when his head is on straight center. He's definitely fighting a better fight than I seen when he fought with Luis Ortiz. Maybe it's just a class thing, like a step down in class, maybe, I don't know, but he's definitely fighting a better fight. Although the punch difference is different. Over the top left from Jared Anderson right there, down to the body from Jared Anderson. Now he's putting the pressure on and Charles Martin, he's moving around on the outside. I really don't like that he's moving around on the outside. I'm not saying that I'm a Charles Martin fan or nothing. I'm just saying you have to figure out something other than just moving around on the outside. And that's what he's done most of the fight with low punch output. Most of the time, oh, good 1-2 from Jared Anderson. Caught him. He puts the pressure right here. He putting the pressure on him. Jared Anderson, referee stops the fight real quick. Tell him keep the punches up. I appreciate all you people chiming in, man. I see y'all watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate you. As my brother Blue Blood will say, wipe your feet before you come in this door. But down to 50 seconds left in the 9th round. And Jared Anderson, he's having himself a round right now. Look like he's trying to set him up. Look like he's trying to set him up. As you know, Jared Anderson is the only heavyweight right now on this level with 100% knockout ratio. He's trying to get it. He's definitely trying to set him up. Charles Martin knows that, and he's moving around to try to avoid that. The only reason the ref is not thinking about stepping in is because Jared Anderson, he's not cutting the ring off. As of right now, he's not cutting the ring off. He's just kind of following around. He's tagging him, but he's not cutting the ring off. He's definitely, Charles Martin comes back with 1-2 at the end of the 9th. But if Jared Anderson wants to close this fight out in the 10th round, here's how I think what I think he needs to do. Instead of following him, he has to cut him off. Because when you follow a fighter, they'll be content to try to throw a couple punches on the outside and just, move around, whoop, whoop, get tagged a few times, whatever the case may be. You cut him off, you tag him a couple times. You cut him off. They go this way, then you cut him off. You'll be able to land the punches that's necessary for the ref to decide to step in. Excuse me, people. All right, before we get started, I thank you guys for watching the second live video in the same day. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. I got some more heat coming for y'all tomorrow because we got fights every weekend. We got fights this month. I'll be live at the George Kambosos fight on the 22nd because it's right here in my home state. Start of the 10th round. Jared Anderson comes out, establishes himself in the center of the ring. This is the farthest, just like they said, this is the furthest Jared Anderson has definitely been in his pro career. He hasn't been past 5 or 6 rounds or something like that in his pro career. Mind you, this is only his 15th fight. So sometimes that can be expected, sometimes, but in today's market, you never know. So where we're at right now, it's about almost down to 2 minutes left in the fight. Jared Anderson, he has to figure out a way to cut the ring off. He's just following him around right now. And you won't get the knockout by just following a person around. Charles Martin lunges with a straight left and misses badly. Yeah, that right there, you can tell he's gassed. And he's just... He's in survival mode, I would say, but it's not terrible survival mode. Jared Anderson, he's just following him around. He's following him too hard. You got to cut him off. He's lunging and he's following him. If Charles Martin, good 1-2 from Jared Anderson down the middle. Okay. Definitely only one round I can tell you Charles Martin won in this entire fight. But yeah, this is crazy. I didn't expect this fight to go this long. But mind you, Charles Martin did say he feels like he has something to prove as well because, good 1-3 punch combination right there from Jared Anderson. But Charles Martin, he moves out of the way and he's still on the outside. But what I was going to say is, mind you, Charles Martin said he feels like he has something to prove as well because this is the same city where he won his first national title as an amateur. Now we're down to 30 seconds left in this heavyweight fight. Crowd is going crazy. Jared Anderson definitely knows he's won the fight, but he's got some things to work on. I would say he's definitely got some things to work on. About almost 10 seconds left in the fight. I would definitely say Jared Anderson has to figure out. Whoa! Charles Martin caught him. Final bell. Charles Martin caught him right there at the end. But the bell saved it. The bell saved it. Definitely a lot of experience right there for Jared Anderson. When he goes back and watch this tape, I can guarantee you, when he goes back and watch this tape of this fight, he's going to look back and say, man, I should have cut the ring off more. I shouldn't have lunged as much. It's one of those type of things. Fighters, they embrace each other right there. Always love the sportsmanship between the fighters. Definitely, I love to see that, man. Great fight from Jared Anderson. He definitely won every round but one. Charles Martin, he looked better than when he fought Luis Ortiz, but I would say it's just a step down in competition for him being a former world heavyweight champion. So yeah, I would definitely say if Charles Martin wants to continue in this sport, he needs to work on conditioning. That's it, right there. He places his punches well, but he needs to work on conditioning. And this is the first time in Jared Anderson's career a fight has gone the distance. Coming into this fight, he was 14 wins, no losses, no draws, 14 wins by KO. That is crazy. That is crazy. I just want to see how the judges call it. Y'all know how these judges are. You seen the judges earlier on the Franchon Cruz Savannah Marshall fight. One judge called it a draw, 95-95. And I tell y'all, like, where the hell did they come up with a draw in that? Like, there was no way that was a draw. I won't say she just like 100% outboxed her, but she just like outlanded her inside, outside. It was just, I don't know. Charles Martin couldn't hold his head high. Yep, I agree, Lenny. He's one of those fighters where it's not completely over, but his shot at being a champion is like, you can put a damper on that. But I would say, yeah, you're right. He can hold his head high because he went the distance with somebody who has the potential to be a world heavyweight champion at some point. And if y'all remember, Charles Martin, he is 37 years old. And Jared Anderson, he's 23. So, yeah, you can say that's something to hang your head high on, but also is one of those things where, you know, your experience should have made this fight a little bit more interesting. I'll say that. Agreed? Maybe? Yes, no? I'm just waiting around for the judges' decision right now. I want to see how the judges score it, because these judges, man, look, I'm not the person, I don't like to argue with the judges all the time, but when they get it wrong, they get it wrong. When they get it right, they get it right. But when it's a close fight, it's like, where'd you see that? Where'd you see that? Like, take even the Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight. A lot of people thought Devin Haney won. A lot of people thought Lomachenko won. But the ones who think Devin Haney lost, they weren't taking into account the body work, his jab work, and the fact that he only lost 2 rounds clearly. And the rounds that he lost, clearly, they were late in the fight. And that could swing it. But I'm just saying, there were a lot of rounds in there where it was like, man, I thought Devin Haney could have won that. Or I thought Lomachenko could have won that. However you want to call it. I watched it live. I did score it for Devin Haney. But I scored it so close that it was like 1 to 2 point difference. That one judge that scored it, scored it like 117 to a 111. That was crazy. Crazy. Off topic. Wasn't Puglia Thomas sort of a forgotten champion in the 80s, overlapping the post-Ali? I believe so. Lenny, I would have to look into that. Off top right now, I can't think of it.
just off top right now because I really can't think of it, but I'm not sure. You might be right, man. Chime in, tap in with me. Make sure y'all go follow my Instagram page, All Sports Media TV, and follow my other Instagram page, KJ the Great 09. You tap in with me on one of those pages, man, I'll be able to tell you. But I'm not really sure. I'll have to think on that one. The Pinklon Thomas. Man, you know, I be so delved down into this. Sometimes stuff just be going and overflowing. I be missing people, forgetting people, and all this. And I just have to sit and think, like, oh yeah, that's that so and so. You know, not to say he wasn't good or nothing, but I mean, it's thousands of boxers, hundreds of boxers that we just talk about all the time. You know. But yep, we're waiting on the judges' scorecards right now, and we'll call them out right here, right now. I appreciate y'all for hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys. Official decision right here. 98-91. 99-90. Unanimous decision. Yep. 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 They got it right. In the 90s, had the WBO belt, but the British Nigerian, but he was British Nigerian and never gets mentioned now. Got DQ'd in a fight, Mills Lane, in a Lennox Lewis fight in around. You know what? And Lenny, no knock on Henry, but you have to remember in the 90s, the WBO belt wasn't recognized as a major sanctioning belt. Now, if you go back, I got videos where I detailed out how all the sanctioning bodies came about, when they became major titles, and all of that. And I agree, they don't get mentioned. So, all right, Depressed Fan, I'll see you later, brother. Thank you for chiming in, man. Appreciate you. Jared Anderson won by unanimous decision. But back to what Lenny said. Yeah, you're right. Fighters like that don't get mentioned. But I want you to understand something. Like I said, the WBO belt wasn't a major title until around the time Lennox Lewis was on the way out. You know, in like, what was that, 2000, early 2000, 2004 or something like that. Because you have to remember when the IBF belt became a major title, this was around like 1988 or ish, around there, when the IBF title became one of the major sanctioning belts. So, you know, that was like the 3-belt era. You know, you had Tyson, he was undisputed, and Holyfield, and, you know, Lennox Lewis was undisputed, and he was the last undisputed heavyweight champion, but it was just the 3 belts, the WBA, WBC, IBF, of course, the Ring Magazine, and the Lineal. You know how all that goes. So, when you talk about the WBO belt, trust me, I 100% agree with you. But if it was the 4-belt era, he would be recognized. Trust me, he would be recognized. So, you know, they doing the post-fight comments right now. You know, it's one of the things, I think this is more of a learning experience, all in all, for Jared Anderson. Like I said, him in his next fight, he definitely going to have to come out with some improvements on being defensively responsible. But I still think he can be, just like Bob Arum said, the next great American heavyweight. All the great heavyweights, they went through a period where they got tested. They went through a period where, you know, some of them got knocked down early in their careers and they had to get back up off the campus. It just happens. It's boxing. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for chiming in. Thank you guys for hitting those likes, getting those comments up. Thank you guys. I will be doing live streaming this next weekend. Yep. You know what? Before I go, Frank Bruno, yeah, I agree with you, brother. But thank you guys. I will be doing a live stream next weekend over the Jerron Boots Ennis and Roman Villa fight. That's on Showtime. So make sure you guys chime in. Let everybody know. It'll be close to the same time. Thank you guys again. Peace.